The golden age of Hollywood, 1920 to 1960, was marked by glamour, innovation, and scandal. Beneath the polished surfaces of stars like Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe lay a web of corruption, abuse, and moral transgressions. Many of these figures were protected or exploited by the studio system, which often concealed their misdeeds to maintain their public images. Here are 25 actors and industry figures whose actions during Hollywood's golden age have been marred by corruption, scandal, or moral compromise. Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle was one of the most successful silent film comedians of the early 20th century, earning immense fame and wealth during Hollywood's silent era. However, his career came crashing down in 1921 when he was accused of raping and causing the death of actress Virginia Rappe during a party at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. The scandal became a media sensation, filled with sensationalist headlines and public outrage. Arbuckle faced 3 trials, the first 2 ended in hung juries, while the third resulted in a full acquittal. Despite the not guilty verdict, the damage to his career and reputation was irreversible. The public and studio backlash led to his films being banned. And the once celebrated star became a symbol of Hollywood excess and moral decay. Although later generations viewed the case as a miscarriage of justice, Arbuckle never fully recovered professionally. He attempted a comeback under a pseudonym, but the scandal continued to overshadow his legacy. His story remains one of the most infamous cautionary tales from Hollywood's golden age. Errol Flynn, one of the most iconic actors of Hollywood's golden age, was as famous for his swashbuckling roles as he was for his off-screen scandals. Known for his charm and rebellious persona, Flynn became a symbol of glamour and recklessness. In 1943, he was charged with statutory rape after 2 underage girls, Betty Hansen and Peggy Satterley, accused him of sexual assault. The trial was highly publicized and scandalous, captivating audiences nationwide. Despite strong testimonies and evidence, Flynn was acquitted by an all-male jury, with many believing his celebrity status played a key role in the verdict. The case coined the phrase "in like Flynn," referencing his ability to escape serious consequences. While the trial damaged his reputation to some extent, Flynn's popularity endured, and he continued to star in major films throughout the 1940s. However, his later years were marked by declining health, alcoholism, and continued controversy. Flynn's life embodied the darker side of Hollywood stardom, where charm and status often shielded stars from accountability. His legacy remains deeply controversial today. Charlie Chaplin, a pioneering figure in silent cinema, captivated audiences worldwide with his little tramp persona. Yet behind the camera, his personal life stirred significant controversy, especially his relationships with much younger women. In 1924, at age 35, Chaplin secretly married 16-year-old actress Leta Gray after discovering she was pregnant, a union required by law to avoid statutory rape charges. The marriage was tumultuous and short-lived, ending in a bitter divorce just 3 years later. Gray accused Chaplin of infidelity, emotional abuse, and engaging in perverse sexual behavior. The highly publicized divorce trial exposed intimate details of Chaplin's private life, tarnishing his wholesome public image. He was forced to pay one of the largest settlements in Hollywood history at the time. Although Chaplin continued to create successful films, his reputation never fully recovered in the U.S., especially as political tensions rose during the Red Scare. Combined with accusations of communist sympathies, his scandalous personal history led to his exile from America in 1952. Chaplin's legacy remains complex, celebrated as a genius of film, yet criticized for deeply troubling personal choices. Would you like a 180-word summary on another actor from the list? Clark Gable, dubbed the King of Hollywood, was known for his rugged charm, iconic roles like Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind, and a string of romantic affairs that captivated the public. Among his many liaisons, the most controversial involved actress Loretta Young during the filming of Call of the Wild in 1935. Though both were unmarried, Gable's contract with MGM included strict morality clauses, and Young, a devout Catholic, feared public scandal. When she became pregnant, the studio and Young orchestrated an elaborate cover-up. She left for an extended vacation, secretly gave birth to a daughter, Judy Lewis, and then later staged a public adoption of her own child. For decades, the truth remained hidden. Gable never acknowledged the child publicly, though it's believed he supported her financially. The scandal reflects the extent to which studios manipulated narratives to protect star reputations. Judy only learned the truth as an adult. Gable's image as a romantic hero endured despite this moral failing, showcasing how the golden age of Hollywood often buried dark secrets to preserve illusions of glamour and integrity. Joan Crawford, one of the most famous actresses of Hollywood's golden age, was known not only for her acting talent but also for her tumultuous personal life, which frequently attracted public scrutiny. Her romantic entanglements, particularly with co-stars like Gable, contributed to her reputation as a promiscuous star. Crawford's affair with Gable during the filming of Chained, 1934, caused a stir, as both were at the peak of their careers. However, their relationship was marred by jealousy, competition, and Gable's notorious womanizing. Beyond her relationship with Gable, Crawford's marriages and high-profile love life often overshadowed her career, making her the subject of tabloid gossip. In her later years, Crawford's personal life would come under even more intense scrutiny, particularly due to the publication of her adopted daughter Christina Crawford's memoir, Mommy Dearest, 1978, which painted a damaging portrait of Crawford as an abusive, controlling mother. This book, and the subsequent film adaptation, severely tarnished her legacy. Despite these scandals, Joan Crawford remained one of Hollywood's most enduring icons, with her career spanning multiple decades and continuing to inspire both admiration and controversy. Spencer Tracy, one of Hollywood's most respected actors, was known for his incredible talent and complex personal life. His struggles with alcoholism were well documented, and his volatile behavior often affected his relationships both on and off screen. Tracy's personal life was frequently in the headlines, especially his long, turbulent relationship with Katharine Hepburn, with whom he had a deep, though complicated, bond. Despite their professional and personal closeness, Tracy was reportedly emotionally distant and at times cruel due to his struggles with addiction. In addition to his relationship with Hepburn, rumors swirled about his inappropriate relationships with younger women. Judy Garland, in particular, was one of the actresses linked to Tracy during their time working together. Garland, who herself faced a tumultuous career marked by emotional struggles and mistreatment in Hollywood, spoke candidly about her experiences with Tracy in her memoir. Though Tracy's professional achievements were undeniable, his personal demons and the scandals surrounding his relationships contributed to the more troubled aspects of his legacy. Gary Cooper, one of Hollywood's most celebrated leading men, was also involved in a scandalous and tumultuous affair with actress Lupe Vallès. Vallès, known for her fiery temperament and strong personality, was deeply infatuated with Cooper, but their relationship was filled with drama, jealousy, and conflict. One of the most notorious incidents occurred when Vallès, distraught over Cooper's infidelity and the breakdown of their relationship, chased him with a knife. This outburst was just one example of the chaotic nature of their affair. Cooper, who was known for his calm demeanor on screen, was often caught in a whirlwind of passionate emotions off-screen due to Vallès' unpredictable behavior. Their relationship ended in turmoil, with Vallès suffering emotional distress, and Cooper eventually moving on to other romantic entanglements. While Cooper's career continued to thrive with roles in films like High Noon and The Pride of the Yankees, his association with Vallès added a darker chapter to his personal history. Despite the scandal, Cooper's public image remained largely intact, and he continued to be one of Hollywood's top stars. Gloria Graham, a renowned actress in the 1940s and 1950s, was no stranger to scandal, with her personal life often overshadowing her career. One of the most shocking events was her marriage to her former stepson, Tony Ray, the son of her ex-husband, director Nicholas Ray. Graham and Tony's relationship began when he was in his 20s, and their eventual marriage in 1974 caused an immense public outcry. The couple's union was viewed as both immoral and deeply controversial, leading to widespread condemnation. The scandal ended Graham's already dwindling career, as the public found it difficult to separate her personal life from her professional image. Despite her talent and notable performances in films like It's a Wonderful Life and The Big Heat, Graham's scandalous marriage tarnished her reputation, and she faced significant industry backlash. Her career never fully recovered, and she was relegated to smaller roles in television and B-movies in the later years of her life. Graham's story serves as a stark reminder of how Hollywood's obsession with scandal could destroy even the most talented stars. David Niven, a celebrated British actor in Hollywood's golden age, is known not only for his charm and wit but also for his candid memoirs, which provided a behind-the-scenes look at the darker side of the film industry. In his autobiography The Moon's a Balloon, Niven revealed many secrets about his colleagues, including Errol Flynn's controversial and inappropriate relationships. He detailed how Flynn's off-screen behavior, particularly his numerous affairs with young women, often overshadowed his swashbuckling on-screen persona. Niven also discussed the pressures and moral compromises that many stars faced during Hollywood's golden years, touching on issues such as exploitation, infidelity, and the studio system's manipulation of public images. His memoir offered a sharp contrast to the glamorous and polished images of the stars, shedding light on the less-than-glamorous realities of the time. Despite the scandals and personal struggles, Niven's career continued to flourish, and he became a respected figure in both Hollywood and the literary world. His willingness to speak honestly about the industry helped to expose the hypocrisy and corruption that often went unchallenged during that era. Loretta Young, one of the most beloved actresses of the golden age of Hollywood, was at the center of a long-hidden scandal involving actor Clark Gable. In 1935, while filming The Call of the Wild, Young and Gable, who was married at the time, had an affair that resulted in Young becoming pregnant. Fearing damage to her career and public reputation, especially given her devout Catholic faith and the strict morality clauses enforced by studios, Young secretly left Hollywood to give birth. She returned months later, claiming to have adopted a baby girl named Judy. In reality, Judy was her biological daughter, and the adoption story was a carefully crafted cover-up to avoid scandal. Gable never publicly acknowledged Judy, though it's believed he provided financial support. Judy Lewis, the daughter, didn't learn the truth until adulthood. Young only admitted the affair and the real story late in life, framing it as a power imbalance and possibly non-consensual due to Gable's age and status. The revelation cast a new light on both actors and exposed how Hollywood studios manipulated narratives to protect stars' images. Eddie Mannix was a powerful and feared figure in Hollywood's golden age, best known as a studio fixer for MGM. His job was to protect the studio's biggest stars and clean up scandals that could damage their reputations or box office appeal. Manx operated behind the scenes, using his connections to law enforcement, the press, and even organized crime to suppress damaging stories, cover up crimes, arrange secret abortions, and pay off blackmailers. One of the darkest chapters associated with Manx was the mysterious death of actor George Reeves, best known for playing Superman in the 1950s television series. Reeves died of a gunshot wound in 1959, and while it was officially ruled a suicide, rumors of foul play circulated for decades. Many speculated that Manx had Reeves killed due to Reeves' affair with Manx's wife, Toni. Though never proven, the theory persists and has been widely discussed in books and films. Manx's influence made him both respected and feared. His role in covering up the misdeeds of Hollywood's elite reveals the lengths to which studios went to protect their stars, and their profits.